Stone Road is another example of Charleston history. Each one of these stones came over as ballast in the bellies of 18th century sailing ships.
Now, we love Charleston history, but we're really here for the spearfishing. And 40 miles offshore, Sherry has already tagged a big AJ. And the welcoming committee showed up right on cue. We continue our dive on the subway cars. These fully intact cars scattered along the floor are perfect hiding places for all sorts of fish. And our guide, Rob Harding's favorite hunting grounds.
I first started diving with my father. He was a Navy diver and worked as a diver through most of his life. It's kind of in my blood to dive, and I've always enjoyed fishing and hunting, and being able to combine the two and going down and shooting fish is just the ultimate to me. You know, I get to do both in one shot.
Rob is fortunate. He has a large number of artificial reefs to dive. And because they're so far offshore, there's an abundance of large fish. And just exploring these wrecks and structures is an adventure itself. As Rob peers over one of the cars, a large scamp grouper scurries for cover. Rob pulls off an amazing shot. The grouper, spear and all, dives into the next car, with Rob Harding close behind, reloading as fast as he can. Rob discovers the grouper snarled in an old rope just inside the car. He puts one more spear into the fish before untangling it and pulling it clear of the wreck. This one will go on the stringer. While Rob has been busy with his fish, Sherry has been keeping a close eye out. There are large gag grouper just outside of spear range, as well as other nice fish cruising the area. The trick is sneaking up on them, and both Sherry and Rob stay low, using the subway cars for concealment as they stalk closer. Each car can hold a big surprise, so being ready is the name of the game. Miles offshore from Charleston, South Carolina, and 80 feet deep, the Speargun Hunter team is keeping busy. Sherry has already nailed a fat amberjack, and even the tax collector paid a visit. Rob Harding pulled off an incredible shot on a scamp grouper that lodged itself in the tangled debris inside one of the old subway cars. It took a few minutes, but Rob finally got his fish, a beautiful scamp grouper. Now Rob and Sherry continue to hunt the perimeter of the subway cars. But they are running out of time and nitrox, and they prepare to head back up. Sherry wraps on her tank with a knocker on a bungee strap, a device other divers can hear underwater. She motions it's time to head back up, and Rob agrees. It's been a fantastic dive. Then, Rob spots something and Sherry spins around and swims hard to get within range. And she pinwheels a fast-moving Cerro mackerel at maximum range with a near-perfect shot. But it's time to get it together and head for the surface. Rob and Sherry will take their time to get to the surface. They have been at 90 feet for over 30 minutes. So to avoid the bends, they're both watching their decompression computers and making stops on the way to the surface.
There's bait fish and mackerels going by and scamp groupers. Beautiful scamp grouper. I saw some nice amberjacks going by and I couldn't resist one. That large amberjack looked like good eating. Exactly a good fish.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
Good dive?
Yeah, good dive.
There's your scamp, Dickie.
All right. What is that other fish?
It's a king, or I think. For the king?
Zero mackerel.
Here, hold that.
I thought the only place you saw subway cars was in New York.
Good dive, man. Did you see that cobia at first?
Yeah, you wouldn't get close
I saw some
enough.
gags.
But there was so much life.
Yeah, they're small gags.
Can I get
though.
help
was
with this
worried
tank?
falling,
Yeah, I got it. That sandbar shark went right into my camera.
Yeah, I saw
He
that.
maybe got 1 foot away from my camera before he turned. It's probably the same sandbar.
I was worried when I got that amberjack. I was bleeding a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came right up to me.
Right in my face.
Rod, that was a beautiful scamp. They're spooky though, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they have a little pressure here on the artificial reefs.
And all the life, the bait fish and all that is just amazing. Is there always that much life here?
Yeah, these subway cars, I don't know if you got a close look at them, but you'll see there's hard corals growing all over these old New York subway cars. It's a pretty amazing
that's a
artificial
weird
reef.
sight out here, but it does the job. It attracts a lot of fish.
Absolutely
Makes it for a nice fishing spot. Yeah, that was really nice, really scenic. That's what South Carolina is all about. Well, folks, that was day one out of Charleston, South Carolina. Saw some beautiful sights, some very nice fish, and the good news is we've got 2 more days to go here.
Next week on Spear Gun Hunter, we learn a little more about historic Charleston, and we head out for what will be an epic spear gun hunter adventure. We'll see incredible sights as we get a serious taste of how good Charleston, South Carolina spearfishing can be.
It's a no-brainer for someone that wants to come out and shoot some giant fish. And that's kind of what we look for in Charleston, is that one big fish that you're going to bring home and eat.
So join us next week for part 2 of our 3-part spear gun hunter adventure from the waters of Charleston, South Carolina.
Well, spear gun hunter fans, welcome to South Carolina.